Hello. Good afternoon, Muhammad.
Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good
Sorry to
afternoon.
keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you waiting. Mrs. Aya. Good afternoon, Mrs. Aya.
Good afternoon, Mr. Adam.
Mrs. Aya, did you get the IELTS book that you forwarded to Mohammed?
No.
Just a minute. I think so.
لا حضرتك
محمد،
ما
هو انا بعت
بعتليش.
لك الايلت؟
لا لا.
لا.
Mhm.
Did you send it on the mail?
I sent it on your email. Yes, it's big. It's 150 megs.
I think I sent it.
لا
as-
لا لأن الواجب كان فيه وأنا ما خدتوش.
Oh. Okay. It's a problem also, Mr. Allen. I can't download anything, and I send them the link on Drive to anyone like Sarah and Lena. They also can't open it on Drive. I don't know how to make this.
No, it was only meant for you.
Yeah.
It's only for you cannot
Yeah.
forward that link to somebody else. It will only open with your email.
Yeah, I open it on my email on the Drive and make share with them, but they can't open
No,
it.
I think you need to
And I can't
download
download it on my phone.
You cannot? You cannot download it?
Sorry?
You cannot download it?
Here.
You cannot
Yes,
download
I
it,
can.
Mrs. Ryan?
No, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, I think you need to download it and then you forward it once it's been downloaded. Okay, we will try again later. Okay, Mohammed.
Okay, teacher.
They say you should spend about 20 minutes on questions 1 to 13. Now, depending on how fast you read, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is about 10 paragraphs. So either you can take your time and try and read all of it, hoping that you can read it all, let's say in 15 minutes, and then answering the questions 1 to 13 in 5 minutes, something like that, which is not very practical. So the best way to take something like this on would be to go look at
Look
the
and scan.
questions first. Get an idea of what they want. Food plants.
Some food plants.
Including indoors, vertical, located, long distance, vertical, methane, produce, consumption of, vehicles, unnecessary, vertical farms need light, vertical farming, planting, not fixed, probable development, food grown, towns. So we look for keywords
Yes.
and then we go back and we scan.
Mm.
Scan the paragraphs. Okay, so let's have a look at the first one. Some food plants
Some food
including
plants including.
are already grown indoors. So let's go have a look. Have you seen anything yet?
Maybe,
Have you
but
seen
I want to
anything?
see again, please.
Pardon?
Uh, I want to see the first question again, and I will tell you.
Some food plants, including something, are already grown indoors.
Uh, Go to the paragraph, first paragraph. This amount of transport need to be um, including group.
محمد وانت سامع حاجة؟
هو لا ما بيتكلمش.
أنا كنت بحسب الإنترنت عندي اللي فيه مشكلة. Mr. Allen,
لا.
can you hear us?
Pardon? Yes, I can.
Okay. There's silence.
عشان انا اللي بقرا المفروض اطلع الاجابه بتاعت السؤال بس.
Okay, تمام.
Some food plants, including something,
I
are
can't
already
see.
grown indoors.
Breeding plants breed outdoors can do no more than hope for good weather. More often than not now, temperature that not food long and so take there each year million of tons of vegetable crops. Think of plants and I can't find answer.
Okay, very important not to get stuck on one. Not to get stuck on one. Vertical farms would be located.
Vertical farm.
Would be located where? Meaning that there would be less need to take them long distances to customers. So they would be located where if they were close to customers? This could be a possible answer for number 1. Tomatoes.
Uh-huh. Answer number 2. Up. Second paragraph.
The concept is of multi-story buildings
What?
situated in the heart of urban centers. Situated in the heart of urban centers, reduce the amount of transportation required to bring food to customers. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some food plants, including tomatoes, vertical farms would be located in that sentence at the top. Vertical farms could use methane from plants and animals to produce. What will it produce?
Growing population.
It will
Growing
and animals to
population.
produce fossil energy. It could use the methane to produce energy. It would return energy to the grid via methane generation from composting non-edible parts of plants. The methane gas can be used as fuel to produce. Vertical farms could use methane from plants and animals to produce energy or fuel. The consumption of the use of
Dramatically reduce fossil fuel.
fossil fuel, the use of fossil fuel.
Yes.
Okay, now we must watch out. I forgot to bring this to your attention. They say very clearly,
No more than 2 words.
we can only use 2 words, no more. The consumption of fossil fuel. Okay, the fact that vertical farms would need light. What type of light will they need?
استنى أنا كنت شايفها. Overhead.
La.
Overhead light.
Artificial.
Artificial light. Still need.
Single story greenhouses, which means it's 1 floor. There's the building. They get the sun from the top. That single story they can do with overhead lighting. But if we put more floors on top, the sun will only cover here. It will not get in here. So we need to put artificial lights. This one here, natural overhead is for single story, 1 level. Once we come with multi-story, more than 1 level, we need to put artificial lighting. Artificial.
Yes.
Artificial. One form of vertical farming involves planting in what? Planting in what which are not fixed. Planting in planting in what?
Stacked trays.
Stacked trays.
Yes.
Stacked trays, planting in stacked
Mm,
trays,
mm.
which are not fixed. The most probable development is that food will be grown on what in towns and cities? Food will be grown on food will be grown on.
Near the windows, be would be exposed to more sunlight and grow more quickly. Um, Go on. Skyscrapers.
I was looking at that, but it says on. It doesn't says will be grown on. It doesn't say grown in skyscrapers.
Mm-hmm.
Will be grown on what? Will be grown
Uh,
on.
Urban rooftops.
Most experts category far more likely was to use the space available on urban rooftops. The most probable development. Yes, most probable that it will be grown on rooftops. Very good. Okay. Now they say, I just want to see what the time says. Did they say anything about time? 1 to 13 gives us 20 minutes, and we've got about 9 left, give or take.
Mm.
Now they want to know false, true, or not given. Number 8. Methods for predicting the Earth's population have recently changed. Human beings are responsible for destruction. Crops produced will depend on season. Some damage to food is caused by climate. Fertilizers will be needed in vertical farms. Vertical farming will make plants less likely to be infected by infectious diseases. Let's go have a look. Methods for predicting the Earth's population. Okay, here's that section. 80% will live in urban centers, applying the most conservative estimates to current demographics. The human population will increase by about 3 billion by then. Okay,
Mm.
so what is the question? Methods for predicting the Earth's population have recently changed.
Method for predicting the Earth's evolution have simply changed.
Not given. They're
Not
not
given.
saying that. They're
Yes.
not saying that. All they are saying is that in 30 years, there will be more people and we will be about 3 billion, but they don't
Billion.
say anything about the measurements changing or the formula for changing
Yes,
or
not given.
anything like that. There's none of that mentioned. They don't talk about that. So it is not given. Okay?
Okay.
It is not given. Human beings are responsible for some of the destruction to food producing land.
News has been some 15% of this has been led posted by poor management. Back to question.
Human beings are responsible for some of the destruction to food-producing land. We are responsible for killing some food-producing land. And yeah, even if it was 1%, it is still true. Okay? Historically, some 15% has been laid to waste by poor management practices. They're not asking how much. They're just saying human beings are responsible for some of the destruction to food-producing land. Even if it's 1%, 1% is also some. A half a percentage is also some. It doesn't have to be 10% to count. So that is true. Okay? Do you understand the question?
Yes.
Do you agree with my answer?
Yes.
Okay. The crops produced in vertical farms will depend on the season. The crops, the food that we get out of it will depend on the season. Have you got an answer there?
Not yet. It took humans how to grow mass crops. We know it's most working for renewed.
Year-round. Year-round production of all crops. Year-round production of all crops. Which means right around the year, throughout the year, all year round. This is false. Number 10 is false. Some damage to food crops is caused by climate change. Climate change.
Some food damage. Massive for long term.
That is true. True, the climate change causes damage to foods.
Climate change, that like weather change?
Weather change, climate, yeah, the climate, the weather is changing, the climate is changing.
Yes, true.
Fertilizers will be needed for certain crops in vertical farms. True or false? Fertilizers, compost to help the plants, plant food. Will it be needed? Will we need pesticides? eliminating the need for herbicides, pesticides, and fertilizers. False. We will not need it. Vertical farming will make plants less likely to be affected by infectious diseases.
Diseases. False.
Reduce the incidence of many infectious diseases. Stop. There, 20 minutes is done. 20 minutes. There, 20 minutes is finished now. So we just did it.
Mm-hmm.
You see how close the time is, Mohammed?
Yes.
We took exact, when I said 20 minutes is done, 20 minutes were up, and we just finished 13. Okay? So that is what you're up against. That is what you're up against. We're gonna be doing this egg test 1 just to give you an idea of what to expect, and then we will start taking these challenges one by one and see how we can improve. Last lesson it was the listening. Today it's the reading, and we'll work through them like that. Okay, now they say reading passage 2 below. Spend 20 minutes on questions 14 to 26 based on passage 2 below. There's passage 2. Let's just see how much of it there is. There is 1 page.
True.
There are 1.5 pages.
Mm-hmm.
They start with true, false, not given, 14 to 19. And then they give us 6 questions of how a boat is lifted. For that, we need a schematic. Okay, so let's say we've got 20 minutes and we can start.
We can see true and false not given first to
Yeah,
direct
let's
the
look at the
answer.
questions and then we'll go. The Falkirk wheel.
As you until the fourth, you tried it. So, can Union can follow the first and
Okay. They say the wheel has linked the Clyde Canal and the Union Canal for the first time in history. The Clyde and Union Canal linked first time in history. Uh, across Scott by reconnecting of the Ford. True or false?
false.
False. Why do you say false?
It's not connecting. He say reconnecting.
Aywa, they were connected before. They say they're not saying connecting, they're saying connecting them again, reconnecting. Very good.
Yes.
Reconnecting. Well spotted. Next one. There was some opposition to the design. Some people opposed the design. Okay, I'm not going to read too far. I'm just going to underline this. I think false.
I think not given.
Pardon? Not given?
Yes.
Okay, let's take some time. When the project was launched in 94, the British Waterways Authority were keen. They were very eager, they were very happy to create a dramatic 21st century landmark which would not only be a fitting commemoration of the millennium, but also a lasting symbol of the economic regeneration of the region. So these people were eager, they were keen. They were keen to bring this water wheel in. They did not oppose it. It says they were keen. There
There
was
was
some
some
opposition at
opposition.
first. No, there were no opposition. They were keen. Okay, then 16, they say it was initially put together at the location. They
Okay,
built it at put it together at the factory.
but he didn't say if they opposition or not. He say only they are keen. So it is not given. He didn't say it.
They say initially it was opposed, but we do not read about opposed. All we read is that it was that they were keen on doing it.
We can back for a paragraph.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
Now they say, not
false.
this, yeah. It was initially put together at the location where it was manufactured. You got the answer yet?
Not it. I think yeah, yeah. True.
True. True. Is the only boat lift in the world which has steel sections bolted together by hand. Bolted together by hand.
Go up.
Pardon?
Yeah. Go up. Not given.
Says 45,000 bolt holes were matched with their bolts and each bolt was hand tightened. Is the only boat lift in the world which has steel sections bolted together by hand. Not given. We know that this one was bolted by
Not
hand,
given.
but we don't know if it's the only one in the world. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Number 18. The weight of the gondolas varies according to the size of boat being carried. True or false? True or false?
I think false.
False, because here it says each with a capacity. And then it goes further and it says these gondolas always weigh the same, whether or not they are carrying boats. So they always weigh the same, whether that's one boat or two boats or no boats, they weigh the same. Varies, they don't vary, they weigh the same. That's false. The construction of the wheel took into account the presence of a nearby ancient monument. Do you see anything about a monument?
Wait a moment.
A nearby ancient monument. Antonine Wall.
Ancient
Antonine
wall.
Wall. True. They had to take into consideration the wall. Okay, now comes the tricky part.
Mm-hmm.
Now comes the tricky part.
How about recent pattern?
Okay, so let's have a look. What do they say here? A pair of what are lifted in order to shut out water from canal basin? Something is lifted. Something is lifted. Where does this thing start working? Where is this? Where's the working part of it? Okay, there we got the gondolas. A pair of what is lifted in order to shut out water?
Gates.
What do they lift to keep the water out?
Gates. Last paragraph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Chapter number 6.
Where, yeah? Steel gates?
Yes.
Steel gates. A pair of steel gates are lifted in order to shut water out from the canal basin. What is taken out, enabling the wheel to rotate? Something is taken out and then the wheel rotates.
A hydraulic clamp.
Where do you see that?
Down. Yes, here.
Hydraulic clamp. One word. A clamp.
Clamp.
A clamp is taken out, enabling wheel to rotate. 22. Hydraulic motors drive. Hydraulic motors drive what?
Center Alex.
Axle.
Axle. Axle.
Axle. I thought of that, but it says one. Drive. Hydraulic motors drive.
Axle.
Yes, if they say one word, drive axle, that's
Mm-hmm.
not proper English. I'm sure they would like us to keep the English intact. Hydraulic motors drive. You can say drive. For now, let's say drive axle, although I expected something better from them. Okay, let's see. Drive axle, boat is raised, floating in one of the wheels, two gondolas. A range of different sized something keeps the boat upright.
Cog.
Cogs. I think it's cogs, a range of different size cogs ensure boats keep upright. Okay, boat reaches the top level, then moves directly onto, what? Onto the
Aqueduct.
aqueduct.
Duct.
The
What the
boat then moves directly onto the aqueduct. The boat travels through tunnel beneath Roman
aqueduct
monument,
is
beneath Roman.
aqueduct. What's the meaning of aqueduct?
Aqueduct is aqua is water, and a duct is like a channel,
Channel. Uh-huh.
like a there's a, let's say this is like a gutter for water. I can't draw. I'm a very bad artist, and there's water in here. So this is a duct, and there's water. This is an aqueduct.
Mm-hmm.
Under the Roman Antonine, under the Roman wall. Number 25. Beneath Roman Antonine wall or beneath Roman wall. And in 26, something raised the boat 11 meters to the level of Union Canal. Something raises the boat.
A pair of flocks.
Yeah, we can't say a pair, so we will just say locks. Do not in the test, if they ask for one word, do not say a lock.
Will be a word.
Yeah, if they want one word, you only give them one word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do
Okay.
not think, it's a small word. This doesn't count. They count that as a word. That's two words. You will get 0.
Mm-hmm.
They asked you for one word, so you give them one word.
Clear.
All right. Okay, not bad, but considering I helped you, we got 2 minutes left. We've still got 2 minutes.
We
We've
can
still got 2 minutes, give or
we
take.
we can take a break in 2 minutes.
You can take a break if you want to go get some water, drink some water, take a break. You still got 2 minutes. Take a break. I see you in 2 minutes.
Yes.
Inshallah.
We'll take a passage 3, Mr. Allen.
Yes, I'm here.
We will take passage 3.
Passage 3, we can check it. I'm just scared our time's not going to allow us to finish.
I can take it homework. I prefer it
Okay.
because I want to practice it.
Okay. There's 3, and then there is also. 3 has got 2 parts, and I think 40, then comes the right.
Writing.
Okay.
My big problem is writing.
Okay, we'll focus on that the next lesson. We'll focus on that next lesson. Let's just
Inshallah.
have a look. Let's just have a look. Let's start with this. Let's start with this just for fun.
For fun.
Okay, yeah, all they want from you is there's 8 paragraphs, and they want you to tell them where in the passage they mention the geoengineering project, where they mention successful use, a common definition. So all you will come and do is say 27A, 28B, 29C, Keda. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 3 questions, and there's another 6. So first it's 3 and then it's 6. Let's have a look. Geoengineering project based on earlier natural phenomena.
Phenomena. Engine. I take engine as a keyword, and I will look engine. Engine.
You get it?
Number yes. A. Answer
A,
is A.
A is the answer. Successful. Now we're looking for successful. Uh, successful use. We are looking for
Successful
successful
use.
use.
It's very easy. Successful. Successful. Go down.
The successful use, all I can see here, okay, this is all we needed. Let's just go to the question again. They say example of a successful use of geoengineering. Then here they say geoengineering has been shown to work, at least on small scale, for decades.
Can you go
The
to paragraph
Russians,
D?
B,
D. Can you go
in
to paragraph
Moscow
D?
have taken place under clear blue skies, aircrafts having deposited dry ice, silver iodide, and cement powder to get rid of clouds, to disperse clouds. So there, they've used it to keep the clouds away from their functions.
1 minute. Can you go to paragraph D?
D,
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think question number 1 is D, not A. Geoengineering plants include the plants of major bridge trees.
natural phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read the question. Mention of a geoengineering project based on an earlier natural phenomena. So first of all, we need to find a geoengineering project based on natural phenomena.
Geoengineering, a term which generally refers of international large scales
Manipulation
manipulation
of the environment.
management.
Mention of a project. So they want us to tell them about a project based on yeah, they're just talking about manipulating. They're not referring to a project in particular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and question say project and number 8 there is no any project.
No, there's no project. You're right. They're not
Yes.
talking about a project.
And D he speak about project. Right?
D there seems to be the closest to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
D seems to be the closest to the truth. Although a common definition of geoengineering, that will then be A. That will there, we just swap the first and the last answer out. a term which generally refers to the intentional large-scale manipulation of the environment. Did they give us a limit? Oh, they just want the paragraph. That would be paragraph A then. The manipulation of the environment, geoengineering. Okay, what else do they say here? To put a large number of tiny spacecraft into orbit far above the Earth, that would be used to create a what? 16 million, I think he said. 16 million. They want to put 16 million baby aircraft. $16 million aircraft. Where was that? 16 million each weighing to form a transparent. Are you with me?
Yes.
A refracting sunshade. How many words do they give us? We are allowed to use how many words? One word. One word. We're only allowed to use one word. To create a sunshade.
Sunshade.
A sunshade. Okay, Mohammed.
Okay, teacher.
We will send you a link to download this book, and then you can
Okay.
do this for homework, okay?
Okay.
30 to 36. Let me just have a look here. The next one is, what did we say? 30 to 40, and then it's finished. Yes, 30 to 40.
Okay, I will do.
Okay, goodbye, Mohammed.
Goodbye,
Masalam.
Mr. Alan. Masalam.